So, just leaving Macon services, not the truck stop, which is partially shut down. The truck stop, not the services, but was always awful. And yeah, I've only ever stopped in Macon truck stop once. Never again. I think that was about 10 or 12 years ago. On my way down to Italy. So, where am I going? Somewhere, it's about, I don't know, a couple of hours south of Florence. I'm going. So I'm heading down to Frasier's just because I fancy going Frasier's. I prefer Frasier's to the Blanc, and when I can go Frasier's, I do. I could have gone Blanc, I suppose. But we're going down there. Sort of got the choice between the two, really. So Frasier's is a little bit longer, but yeah, that's still the way I've opted to go. So round Lyon. Down to Turin, chuck a right at Turin, around the bottom side of Turin, Modena, A1, Bologna, and then keep right at Bologna, staying on the A1, and head down to Florence, and you basically just keep going for a couple of hours. So today is Thursday, so I should be down there tomorrow, but my offloading time is still to be determined. It's a bit brighter than it was earlier. It was raining really hard earlier for quite a long time. The approach to Frasier's is slightly different than the approach to the Blanc. Well, for one, it's a much better road. There should be no queue, because the Blanc can queue quite badly, especially this time of year. And there's no ticket or anything like that. You get the ticket at the bottom of the Mont Blanc. You don't have to do any of that for Frasier's. So the ticket from Aosta, or on the French side, is past Lafayette. But yeah, none of that anyway. Straight up, here, through, down the other side. So I'm hopefully gonna be, well, should definitely be around Lyon before the worst of the traffic starts. It's 2:20 now. I'm about an hour away-ish. Be in Italy tonight. No great, if I could talk, I'd tell you. No great rush to get down there, but I'd rather do what I can. I'm not one for much messing about and hanging around for no reason. I'd rather get down there, get it done. Oh, I tell you what, to answer a question I got asked. Yes, I do drive a left-hand drive truck. It is UK registered. We have left-hand drives because 95% of our work is European. So they buy us left-hand drive trucks. Much prefer left-hand drive to a right-hand drive. I've probably now, don't know, maybe it's around 50-50 of years I've driven left-hand drive as opposed to right-hand drive. So I've been here nearly 2.5 years, something like that. So yeah. So we do drive, like I said, predominantly in Europe. Oh, to answer another question as well, we do get a fair amount of discretion on routes we can take. You know, you pretty on this company anyway. Other companies are very different, or some other companies are very different, and they have very specific ways they want you to go. And if you started at a new company, and for argument's sake, they sent you to Italy, like I'm doing today, it's not beyond reason to ask them, which way do you want me to go? Italy's a good example because there's so many ways you can go down to Italy, through so many different countries, and you know, well, there's so many options. Or even Spain, you know, there's different ways, especially coming from Cali. There's different ways you can go, different options, different routes you can take. So it's not unreasonable to say, which way do you want me to go? And they'll either shrug and say, do whatever you want, or we'll give you a very specific route, normally involving fewer toll roads or involving Luxembourg for cheaper fuel. Whereas at PTM, everything went through Luxembourg. I mean, if you were going anywhere that could take you through Lux, you went through Lux for fuel. And we did avoid a lot of toll roads, and I've worked for a few firms that have been the same. But yeah, here we do get, you know, within reason, it's got to be justifiable. But you can choose to go pretty much whichever way you like. Again, within reason. You know, it's not okay to go on a big jolly one particular way just because that's the way you want to go and it's 300 kilometres longer. But yeah, within reason, you can do what you want. Yeah. If I was going the Mont Blanc, well, if I was going the Mont Blanc, I would have come off just back there where it was signposted for Milan and Geneva on the A40. But I'm not, obviously. But if I was going to Mont Blanc, I wouldn't have done that anywhere. I would have come off way back, up just this side of Dijon, and gone down the A39. Is my preferred way. I've seen a lot of Brits going up as well today. Loads of Brits going the other way. I'm seeing more and more British trucks. Which is a good thing. What have I seen today? I've seen quite a few FTLs going the other way. Couple of Davis Internationals, pull-ins, who sort of pulled out of Europe in quite a big way a few years ago. I see more and more of theirs over here now again. I don't know what work they do. Yeah, it's a very positive thing. There's loads of AM Rogers, but you always see AM Rogers over here. Especially this time of the week, coming back from Italy. So yeah, there you go, a short trip video. Macon to Italy, I suppose it'll be. I suppose it should have really been Cali to Italy, but I didn't think of making a video until this morning. So there you go. Anyway, I'm rattling on now and this clip's 12.5 minutes long, so yeah, next stop Lyon. We're just coming down to the big péage before Lyon. I always think of it as Villefranche, but it's called something else. Can't remember. I've just passed a sign for it as well, telling me what it was called. I didn't even read it. Past the big Renault dealer with a sign that used to say "We speak English." I think it used to say "We speak English, Italian, German and Spanish" or something like that, but they've changed it now. I suppose that was for back in the days when people called in for running repairs. I've lost my baller string and my sellotape's run out. I'm going to need a big nut and bolt to put through here. Sort of days. Favourite spot for police control. They love a big police control here. There being a big police station on the péage. And yeah, that's it now, down to Lyon. You can't go through Lyon anymore. So you can't go through the two tunnels and come out. You used to be able to go straight on, go through the tunnels, pop out by the river, along the river, chuck a left and out. You've not been able to do that for quite a long time now. I was talking to a gentleman the other day who asked me where I was going, and I'd said, yeah, I'm going down to like central Italy, and he then proceeded to give me directions which way to go, which involved going through Montpellier. So if you don't know that, then have a look at your map because Montpellier is not the way to go. So yeah, I listened politely, and then he asked me which way I was thinking of going, so I told him this way, and he had a little think about it for a few seconds and then said, "Oh, that does put quite a big corner on it though, doesn't it?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, no, not really, mate, no, but you know, thanks for the advice." So yeah, he was only trying to help. This is where, to go south, like down towards Marseille, for me, I don't like this area of France. For me, north, yeah, it's alright, all the farmland and that, but for me, south, I just don't like it. Too much sun. Don't like it when it's hot. Much prefer autumn and winter. And it's all sunburnt and dry, and just don't like it. South of here, and I think I'm in the minority. Most people have completely opposite opinion of me. They say that it's boring driving down here, and here's where it gets interesting and you start to get some scenery worth looking at. But I disagree. I completely disagree. Be happier when it's winter. So I made it round Lyon relatively unscathed. There was a truck with a puncture which caused a bit of a queue, but nothing too bad. So this is Chambéry, or the approach to. I always view this péage as quite a pivotal point in the trip as well. I don't know why. Once got stopped by customs at this péage. I was carrying carbon fibre at -25, obviously in a fridge. Yeah, and it's temperature controlled, -25. It's got to be on frozen. And I think I was going to Augusta, helicopter place in Italy. And they pulled me over. Asked for the paperwork, showed them the paperwork, asked me to open the trailer, I opened the trailer, and then couldn't work out why carbon fibre should be carried at -25. Immediately became suspicious that I was up to no good, God knows why, and were demanding an explanation from me as to why we should carry carbon fibre at -25. And I was like, I really don't know. And they wouldn't accept that as an answer. And all I could tell them to do was to phone the manufacturer and ask them, because they tell us to do it. And I was there for ages with them. And they were in the trailer and rummaging around in there, and eventually still couldn't work it out. Thrust my paperwork back at me and told me to clear off. So, but yeah, yeah, that's the French for you. I think the act of phoning the manufacturer and asking them why it should be temperature controlled was a little bit too taxing for them. So they just left me with it. Used to be an IDS station around here. I can't remember the way into it now. IDS being International Deal Service. It's still about, you still see them occasionally, but everybody used to be on IDS at one point. And then AS24 appeared. And now everybody seems to be on AS24. Seems to be the fuel card of choice. Fortunately, we don't use either of those, which makes life much easier. I always get a little bit of, well, I don't suppose you can call this traffic, but this little section is always a bit busier. But it won't be too much longer and all this traffic will thin and disappear. I'm going to get through the Frasers tonight, and then I think that's going to be about it really for today. I might go to Gran Bosco, which is the fish services on the Italian side. I might do. Don't know yet. Oh, and I might have changed my mind about which way I want to go down as well, because I was going to go straight across to Modena and do Bologna and that, but because I'm not massively pushed for time, I might go down to Genoa and then chuck a left at Genoa towards La Spezia and go down that way. I think it's the A12, isn't it? The A12 which leads on to the SS1, which is the road that takes you to Rome. So So yeah, and obviously the massive bridge collapse in Genoa, which happened a couple of weeks ago. So obviously all that section of Genoa is closed off, but I would get very, very close to that section of motorway, but I wouldn't actually go that far. I'd turn off just before that bridge collapse. So I might go that way. Incidentally, the section of the bridge that collapsed is in one of my previous videos. But I haven't fully made my mind up on that yet. See what sort of mood I'm in tomorrow, because the Genoa way is a bit twisty and it's a bit hard work, to be honest, but it is more scenic than the Modena way. We'll see. It's tomorrow's problem. So, approaching now the last péage in France. Still a little way up to the tunnel, yeah, I don't know, about 20k, something like that. But this péage is the last péage in France. As you can see by the sign, it says ADR control after péage. So if you're carrying hazardous goods, you can't just go straight up to the tunnel. You've got to come off as soon as you go through the péage. In fact, as soon as you go through the péage, I'll show you in a second, there's a petrol station. In between the péage and the petrol station is the ADR control point. So it's nothing to do with us today. That's some place to break down, isn't it? So, yeah. ADR is there, where it says sortie obligataire, in there. Office on the left, go in, say them. They sort it out from there. Also, if you need a Euro emission sticker, which is also obligatory. So you see the stickers in the windscreens of trucks, it'll say like Euro, 6 big round thing. They're for the Mont Blanc and the Frasers. Mont Blanc, they're a little bit more particular about it. They want to see your logbook normally. A little bit more funny about it. But there, just pull in that lay-by where the ADR control is, go in and see it, tell him what you want, your Euro 4, Euro 5, Euro 6, whatever, and they will just get one out of the drawer and sling it at you. There's no pretense at all. If there's no hazardous, then there's no reason to stop on the way up here at all. You don't need a ticket, you don't need anything when you get to the top. Obviously that works both ways as well. It's exactly the same coming from the Italian side. And it is 16 kilometres to the tunnel. Very slowly now, because of this truck in front of us, or two trucks in front of us, very slowly approaching the top, the tunnel. Can't see down to the left, but down on the left, down in the bottom of the valley, is a town which I can't remember what it's called. Is it Modena down there? Oh, I can't remember. Who cares? Should be fairly hassle free up here. I've just got my active cruise control on, so I'm not touching any of the pedals here. I'm way faster than these two up here, but obviously because of overtaking restrictions we can't go past them. So truck's in active cruise, gearbox is in auto, all I'm doing is steering it. So you can hear all the throttle adjustments and gear changes there. I'm assuming you can hear them anywhere. All that's automated. It's a really useful feature. It's useful in countries like Germany, where you get long stretches of no overtaking, and where the speed of the vehicles in front of you, you know, ranges from 50 kilometers an hour to 90 kilometers an hour, and you know it's just set active cruise and leave it with it really. Just disengage it there. I'm going to stay left here. You can go right where that fella's gone. Something a lot of people miss actually. You'll see him queuing for this side, and that side will be empty. But you can go either side. If you're hazardous, you cannot come this side. You've got to go on the right hand side. You go on the right hand side, go through the fire control archway, which is what these are, and then park up on the right and walk back down. There's a little office at the end of the office block here, and go in and see them. Give them the paperwork, etc. that they gave you down at the control at the bottom, and then they'll marshal you together, and when there's a few of you, they'll come and grab you and escort you through the tunnel. It's pretty good with hazardous. They let loads of different hazardous through here, but at the Mont Blanc they do no hazardous, zero. You cannot go through the Mont Blanc with hazardous cargo. Absolutely zero. Came up here once in my big Scania with my exhausts up the back of the cab, and I set the fire detection off, and they pulled me in there on the right hand side, corned me off, and made me say, sit here and wait. He said, you must wait 30 minutes and then you've got to drive back around and back through the archway. And after my 30 minutes was up, he didn't come out. I forgot that he'd put cones in front of the trucks, in front of the truck, and set off and squashed his cones, and he was not an happy man. Not happy at all. Damn it, so. Oh. Nice one, cheers. Yeah. One very disgruntled Frenchman, he was. Stood there with a couple of squashed cones. There's an extortionate amount of money to come through this tunnel. And here we go. Underground for 13 kilometres. Same as the Blanc, 70 kilometres an hour, pretty strict on it. Keep 2 blue lights apart. The vehicle in front of you stops, you're supposed to stop keeping your 150 metre distance. So if he stopped up there, I would stop here rather than driving up to the back of him and switch my engine off. If you go through the Gotthard, it's, they have signs all the way through. It says Abstand auch im Stillstand, which means keep your distance even when stationary. And the same applies here. That's it really. Couldn't be more straightforward for the Frasers. Couldn't be easier. The Blanc is a pain. In comparison, it's hard work. You do the control at Passy Lafayette, which is a bit pointless really. And then the drag up the hill. Normally, queue when you get up there, especially in summer, really bad. And then through. So yeah, this is much easier, much more straightforward. Always been my preferred route to Italy.